From translation, ISV International Standard Version, this 159th day of the year, today we are reading passages, Job 24-28, Job chapter 24, verses 1 to 25. Why doesn't the Almighty set times for judgment? Why must those who know him look in vain for such days? Some move boundary markers, they steal flocks and pasture them. They drive away the orphan's donkey and take the widow's ox as security. They turn the needy out of the path, the poor of the land all hide together. Like wild donkeys in the desert, they go out to their work, searching for food in the wilderness. In the fields they provide food for their children. They harvest fodder in the valley, and they gather the harvest of the wicked. They spend the night naked, without clothing, without cover against the cold. They are wet by mountain rains and embrace the rock for want of shelter. Some snatch the fatherless child from the breast, and take the infant of the poor for a debt. They go about naked, without clothing, hungry, carrying sheaves. Those who crush the grain between the city walls get it, and they take it to the ditch. From out of the city they groan, and the wounded cry out, but God does not pay attention to it. They stand among the bushes in the wastelands, in the thickets to spend the night. Among the bushes they are hot with passion. One of them may commit incest with his neighbor's daughter. These people are on the earth, and no one notices it. The innocent are on the earth, but no one thinks about them. The wicked are all successful, and those who turn to God, they do not even beg. They think that they will be hidden forever, that they will be forgotten from their memory. They say, who will see us? Who will know about us? They say, the light of the wicked will be put out, the lamp of the wicked will go out. They break into houses at night, they are spared by the day. They know no darkness, but are familiar with all the terrors of the deep. They are swift on the waters, their portion is cursed on the earth. They turn away from the poor in the street, they hide from the needy. Like a lion in the forest, they lie in wait for prey. They seize the fatherless and carry off the child. Job chapter 25, verses 1 to 6. Then Bildad the Shuhite replied, Dominion and awe belong to God. He establishes peace in his high places. Can his armies be numbered? On whom does his light not shine? How then can a mortal be righteous before God? How can one born of woman be pure? If even the moon is not bright and the stars are not pure in his sight, how much less a mortal, who is a maggot, a human being who is a worm? Job chapter 26, verses 1 to 14. Then Job replied, How you have helped the powerless, how you have saved the arm that has no strength, how you have counseled those without wisdom and shown understanding to those who have it not. To whom have you spoken words? Whose spirit have you stirred from the dust? The shades tremble beneath the waters and those who live in them. Sheol is naked before God, and Abaddon has no covering. He stretches out the north over the void and hangs the earth on nothing. He binds up the waters in his thick clouds, and the cloud is not split under them. He covers the face of his throne and spreads his cloud over it. He has described a boundary on the face of the waters, for the boundary of light and darkness. The pillars of heaven tremble and are amazed at his rebuke. By his power he stirs up the sea. By his understanding he strikes down Rahab. By his spirit the heavens are beautiful. His hand pierces the fleeing serpent. These are the mere outskirts of his ways. How faint is the thunder of his word? Who can understand the thunder of his power? Job chapter 27, verses 1 to 25. And Job continued his discourse. As surely as God lives, who has taken away my right, and as long as the Almighty lives, who has made my soul bitter, as long as my breath is in me and the Spirit of God is in my nostrils, my lips will not speak falsehood, and my tongue will not utter deceit. Far be it from me to admit you are right. Until I die, I will not give up my integrity. I will maintain my righteousness and never let go of it. My conscience will not reproach me as long as I live. Will your proclamation torment him? Will you condemn him when he is dead? Will the 10,000 of you attack him? Will one of you reproach him? Let no one say to him, You have received good things from God's hand, or, Will you not take notice of the sins of the wicked? They continue on, and they increase their wealth. I will teach you about the power of God and declare to you what the Almighty can do. To you alone he shows his path, you alone know the ways of the Almighty. What has God ever done to you that you should repay him with such words? Are your riches to be increased by him? Are all your treasures to be found in him? Consider the height of the skies and the depth of the abyss. In a little while the righteous will be no more. The person who is upright will perish, and no one will consider it. Like a tree that is cut down and dies, like something that is thrown away, the wicked are forgotten. They will be like water that is drained out of a lake, and like a vine that is dried up. The godless will be cut off. They will die together with their wealth. Let me tell you that he will build a house for the wicked, but the foundation of it is the pit of destruction. Let me tell you that the root of the wicked will be dried up, and their branches will be cut off. Let me tell you that the wicked will be gathered together like sheaves to the threshing floor. Let me tell you that they will be destroyed suddenly, without remedy. Let me tell you that the wicked will be destroyed suddenly, without remedy. Job chapter 28, verses 1 to 28. Surely there is a mine for silver and a place where gold is refined. Iron is taken from the earth, and copper is smelted from ore. The miner puts an end to darkness. He searches out the farthest recesses for ore in the darkness and the shadow of death. He breaks open a shaft far from habitation, forgotten by travelers. They hang to sway and go about their work. As for the earth, it comes out of food, and underneath it is turned up by the fire. Its stones are the source of sapphires, and it contains dust of gold. The path no bird of prey knows, and the falcon's eye has not seen it. The proud animals have not trodden on it, nor has the fierce lion passed by. He puts his hand on the flint, he overturns the mountains at the roots. He cuts channels through all the wealth of the mountains, and his eye sees every precious thing. He dams up the streams from trickling. What is hidden he brings out to light. But where does wisdom come from? Where is the place of understanding? No mortal comprehends its value. It cannot be found in the land of the living. The deep says, "It's not in me," and the sea says, "It's not with me." It cannot be bought with the finest gold, nor can its price be weighed out in silver. It cannot be bought with the gold of Ophir, with precious onyx or sapphire. Neither gold nor crystal can compare to it, nor can its price be exchanged for jewels of fine gold. Coral and crystal are not to be mentioned. The price of wisdom is above rubies. The topaz of Ethiopia cannot compare to it, nor can it be valued in pure gold. From where then does wisdom come, and where is the place of understanding? It is hidden from the eyes of all the living and kept secret from the birds of the air. Abaddon and Death say, "We have heard only a rumor of it." God understands its way, and he knows its place. For he looks to the ends of the earth and sees everything under the heavens. When he made a weight for the wind and measured out the waters with a gauge, when he made a decree for the rain and a path for the thunderstorm, then he saw wisdom and declared it, then he established it and searched it out. And to man he said, "Behold, the fear of the Lord that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding."